mining camp whose name none will ever know. Lost and discarded, raised on my own. Dreams of the stars kindle my desire to leave home with a trail of blazing fire. I scraped every credit for an old battered ship. Got a job hauling ore to Mars. The cargo was light and the credits were thin, but I set my course. I left the old world behind. I'm burning through the dark, casting off the weight of the world. No chains, no masters, no turning back. I'm chasing a life that said I'd never have. Yeah, I'm burning through the dark. Three-star skies, they know my name, but the UC laws play a different game. Crimson fleet goes lurking the void. They try to take your ship, your pride, your joy. In the endless dark, you learn to survive, move quick, or lose it all with every hole and every fight. When the black night says I can't survive, I push the throttle and I come alive. I'm burning through the dark with constraints of the past. No chains, no masters, no turning back. I'm chasing a life they said I'd never have. Yeah, I'm burning through the dark. Every drifter's got a story they tell of a dream that rose or a ship that fell. But my story won't fade into dust and stone. The stars are white and I ride alone. I'm burning through the dark with a fire to light what the cold can't spark. Through steel and struggle I found my mark. I'm chasing a life they said I'd never have. Yeah, I'm burning through the dark, burning through the dark. And I ain't never looking back. Only stars ahead. The night can't hold me down. Engines roaring, I'm leaving this ground. Burning through the dark. No change, no fears, more past to track. I ride the void and I'm never turning back. Yeah, I'm still burning through the dark. No chains, no masters, no turning back. Yeah, I'm still burning through the dark.
Howdy, everybody. Greetings, greetings. Trying to do a little bit earlier stream. We'll see what happens. I'll do what I can. Hopefully it won't be a disasteration like last night until late. But hope you all are doing well. Tonight we are going to begin Shattered Space. I did a couple polls. I know I did a quick one. Not a lot of people did it, but everybody unanimously told me the Magnum's going to do Shattered Space. And I said, okay. So that's what we're doing. Alright. So here we go. Hey, Andresia. Are you still mad at me? Last night I ran over a Millie whale, and she did the same thing that Sam did. Get away from me. I love you. But it was over a Millie whale. I swear. That was crazy. And it got under my Jeep. I couldn't do anything. It got under the stupid moon rover. One, two, three. Boom. Go. Oh my god. My dog started playing with the squeaky toy and I could hear it all the way in the kitchen. Hey buddy, it's okay. Go play. I just want to pet you. See what's up. Poor guy. You can stay here if you want. Stay here, buddy. Mr. Jackson. All right. Oh, my carryway is probably heavy for some reason. Probably should fix that once I get in the ship. Oh, it's because I bought all these damn resources at the rock place and Neon just so I could get my thing for the buying and selling perk. Yeah, well, that's better. I think after my Unity jump, well, I'm gonna do some collecting. I think I'm going to actually build an outpost after my Unity jump, and I'm going to save every named weapon that I get. I don't know how stupid that sounds. I don't know. Sounds like something that Magnum might. I don't know if that'd be something Magnum would do or not. But that's something that I think I'm going to do. All right. I lighten the load. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna rest. Get a little bit of sleep. See how mad Andresia is with me.
You, my love, are truly something special.
Wow. That's not what you were saying earlier. You didn't want to be anywhere near me because I ran over a damn Millie whale. And I was not the person you thought I was. It's in a Tenepola system, which is so funny. I'm just because I think I'm gonna go down to the lair of the mantis just because I can, because I'm in Denabella. I might as well look and make sure and see if some other people went in there. But I don't know, probably. Oh yes, respawn, honey. I guess we're doing mantis first. I love this mission. Mantis. I gotta clear out this den of serpents before I go to the other den of serpents.
Someone or something will clean up whatever's left behind.
Someone's out there. They're already there. Going down. Hey, what the heck?
Are you prepared to die?
Fall back. You mess with me?
You can't hope to win.
Okie dokie.
Repair possible.
Do I get another mantis ship? Do I get a second razor leaf? That'd be freaking badass. Dad, is there a second mantis suit in here? Because that's pretty badass if I can go in and get another mantis suit too. No, see, the mantis suit is gone. But I get all this stuff again. Interesting. If they let me have a second razor leaf, that would be freaking funny as hell.
Extra ammunition is always welcome if they have any.
Okay, so no, it does not give me the razor leaf again. But it acts like it. That's a little bit of a glitch. That's okay. Okay. I think I'll rest for a minute. Just want to make sure I get max points when I'm going there. 79 hours.
Perhaps this planet has some undocumented seismic activity. Because of
Starfield from the Starfield Oracle. We are anomalous in readings. Member crew have been compromised.
I cannot give up.
Yep, Shattered Space. I just started it. I actually just did the how are you doing, Mowgli? Yeah, I just did the Mantis Slayer again. I did it way earlier. But I go, wait a minute, I was gonna start Shattered Space and I'm like, it's in Denebola. Oh, I'll just run through the Mantis Slayer, see if there's anything there. So I just killed all the spacers that were in there. Hope you're doing okay, man. Yeah, I did a poll in Raven Swift and Babylonia's Discords, and it was unanimous that they said I should do Shattered Space instead of Unity jumping. So I said, okay. So that's what we're doing.
Hold on. You are strong. Concentrate. I'm trying, Surak, but it's getting worse. I can feel my mind slipping. Fragmenting.
How are you doing tonight?
I'll become one of them.
Hope you're doing okay.
You have to get away from me. No, I will not leave you here. It's pointless. We share this fate. This is our end. The great. No. No, it's happening. Sarok, run. I can't stop it. Akira.
We should move on. There's nothing worth taking.
Still trying to get your stuff here.
I see no one, and yet I can feel a presence. Look how. This should be the last. Is someone there or? Ah! My mind turns against me. I must return to engineering and make one last attempt to restore the power.
et al. Post-incident log. Something has gone horribly wrong. We were in orbit directly above Dasra, monitoring our current experiments when we experienced a sudden energy surge. I fear the source came from the city itself. It triggered our graph drive and shoved the Oracle to an unknown location. We thought members of the crew were somehow lost in the jump. But later, we were attacked by what I will refer to as vortex phantoms. I thought I recognized some of them. Could it be that the energy surge has somehow transformed them and warped their minds?
Requires an ID card. Okay. Now I'm going to turn off looting.
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets. Maroon operations are always as self-sustaining as... We need to get past these crates somehow. The mission appears to have outweighed any considerations for privacy.
All right.
One of the power cells dislodged in the last jump. The gravity. Restoring the gravity may pull the cell into place. If I can get to the control room, if I can No! They are coming!
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
controls. Why will they not respond to me? Work, damn you!
Warning. Gravity procedure initiated. Please check your surroundings to ensure personal safety. Restoring gravity in 3, 2, 1.
This seems ill-advised, but I see no other way through.
Power cell connected. Report to operations for system reboot.
The Vortex Phantoms. Where did they go? Something is wrong. No! Not now! I have to hold on!
Mainframe reboot initiated. Commencing protocol. Station lockdown completed. All major systems on standby. Mainframe reboot completed. Warning. Station jump procedure initiated. Please check your surroundings to ensure personal safety. Jump in 3, 2, 1. Execute. Jump completed. Station lockdown released. Initiating data transfer. Incoming transmission.
This is Dasra calling the Oracle station. We've received your transmission. Your orders are to send a representative down here immediately. It appears we have much to discuss.
Poor Sirach. So close to seeing their efforts realized.
All right. Sorry, I'm not talking about Magnum. Thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Hold very still and choose your words carefully. They will determine how long you live.
We are no threat to House Baroon, I promise you.
You have no right to be here. You will tell me how you found this place. But it was lost. All communication ceased. There was no sign of it.
Indeed it did. The Oracle is perhaps the least of our problems, I'm afraid. Voris, I think we need not fear our guest. Perhaps, in this time of need, the great Serpent has delivered us a gift.
Counselor, with due respect, we have not had unannounced visitors here in generations. It is a clear breach of security.
I do not disagree, and I know that security, in whatever small form we can grasp it, is of paramount importance. But you must acknowledge the timing is curious. And perhaps our guest's intent should be determined before we take further action. We received the automated transmission, but you are certainly not who we expected to find.
Great Serpent,
What's happening again?
hear me.
Speaker, we are here!
We have reached out to you to seek guidance in our hour of need. The gate in the Citadel has been opened just to seek you.
Alaska Baroon, what has happened?
Have I failed you? What is this place? Where am I? Why do you not show yourself? I strive only to follow your command. All must serve. Please, do not leave me in darkness. I seek only your wisdom, your guidance. Great Serpent, your children cry out to you. Will you not answer us?
Our leader, Anasko Varun, he has appeared like this over and over. So many of our people have been trapped in this state, these vortex phantoms. But usually they are hostile and lash out. Anasko is different. If only we could hear his voice, some reassurance that all is not lost. You could hear him. Despite the sightings, none have heard the word from Anasko in all this time, yet you claim to. Do not toil
I hear
with
him.
me. Not about this. If you speak truth, you must prove it. What did he say? The Serpent.
He said that? I heard nothing. Given the gravity of the situation, surely there is no way you would joke about such a thing.
It is no joke. No outsider would know our creed. It is never uttered beyond this city. Truly, you did hear Anasko. You have been chosen. People of House Varun, hear me. We have asked the Great Serpent for deliverance from our calamity, and he has answered us. This outsider has been chosen as the most unlikely vessel for the Great Serpent's divine providence, and he will help save us all. Outsider, please. There is no denying you have been sent here as a sign. You must help us. But there are precepts that must be followed, principles that must be obeyed. Even in these dire circumstances, we cannot turn from Jinan Varun's teachings. You will be granted safe passage through Dazra and the lands beyond. No harm will come to you. On that, you have my word. You even have my assurance that your compatriot here will also remain unharmed. But to truly
But she's
aid
House
us,
Varun, you
must
should leave her
become
alone.
part of House Varun. This is not a thing done lightly, and it cannot be taken back. Will you commit to helping us by becoming one of the promised? Excellent. Please, come with me. Forgive me for not introducing myself. I am Malibor Dulkev, a member of the High Council of House Varun. I have been asked to represent the Council in this moment. Please, enter our city. You have my word that you will not be harmed. I would ask that until you have become promised, you avoid the citizens of Dazra. They are not used to outsiders. Open the gate! Must temple have revealed for now, but surely you saw the scaled citadel as you arrived. It was the center of an explosion of sorts that has annihilated most of our city. We have lost many of our brothers and sisters. I believe we are still in danger.
Counselor, what is the meaning of this?
Is there a problem, Makula?
The city is in shambles, the speaker is missing, and here you are leading some outsider through our sacred space? Why allow this husk to defile our city? Have we not lost enough?
Have faith. I believe this outsider was guided here by the Great Serpent himself. Soon, Serpent willing, they will be one of us. But I can be sure and pass your concerns on to the rest of the High Council, if you wish. I apologize for the interruption. There is a ritual intended for converts to the Promised that has not been performed in generations. We are fortunate that there are those still alive who remember the old ways, and have remained prepared for such a moment as this. Herald Inaza, I suspected we might find you here waiting.
I saw the ship landing. I knew immediately that I would be needed.
Indeed you are. This is Inaza Kaisir, Herald of the Serpent. She will guide you through the ritual. I am needed elsewhere, but I assure you that you are in good hands.
So, the Great Serpent sends you to me. Know, Husk, that to walk the Serpent's path, to enter this sacred cave, there is no turning back. You will be forever changed. This is a path you must walk of your own free will, alone. Will you step forward and emerge anointed, one of the promised? A lesson, a test, a moment for the Great Serpent to reach out and fill you with something more than what you have been. Then enter. For this is a journey you must undertake alone. Your escort cannot follow.
Herald Inaza will show you the way.
The Great Serpent favors me to have put you in my path. Are you sure you must go?
Yes.
I will await you at the end of the Serpent's path.
Try out some of my music soundtrack.
There were humans, first on Earth, then scattered among the stars. And like all humans, they were lost souls, wandering in the dark, looking for a path. One particular colony ship housed several hundred of these souls. They were each alone and isolated, individual tiny flames that could be snuffed out at a moment's notice. Chinangu encountered the Great Serpent and was given the gift of knowledge. He shared his knowledge with those around him and lit the way for them. They followed his guidance and his light, and they cast aside the burdens of their former lives. And thus, House Maroon was born. Now you too have the chance to cast aside your burdens, to relieve yourself of anything that holds you back. The people's hopes and fears and dreams were entrusted to the Great Serpent. They made the leap of faith that brought House Faroon greatness. You may now follow in their footsteps and take that same leap. Embrace the Great Serpent, and he will embrace you.
Oh, I see what I just did.
The people of House Faroon settled this world, at first in these very caves. Shinan Faroon himself slept among them in these shelters. It was here that he spread the word of the Serpent. It was here that the people of House Faroon first understood the truth of their place in the universe. And it was here that the people of House Faroon first understood the truth of the shrouding, the Great Serpent's return. He will encircle the universe he created, and all those who do not follow will be cast into shadow. And the people weighed this knowledge against their former lives, and saw how they had been blessed despite... life that awaited them. You too would do well to feel that solace amidst the pain.
Okay. Get up. I'm dying, and it's not letting me do anything. Get up. remember it taking that long.
Until that day comes, we are the voice and the hands of the Great Serpent. Our every act a sacrifice to hasten his return. Make now a sacrifice to prove your devotion. And remember, whether in life or in death, all must serve. Let us begin the final ritual. While none since Gtrretings have stood before the Great Serpent, we can all feel his presence. To solidify his bond, you are presented with a simple choice. Before you on this dais are seven items. They represent different aspects of House Varun's connection to the Great Serpent. Pick the two that call to you. Place them on the altars. Offerings to the Great Serpent that he may fill you with his spirit and make you promise.
I go in the opposite way. I'm going the opposite way.
And so you arise, one of the promised of House Varun. Did you feel the Great Serpent working within you? Do you feel born anew? Through strength and perseverance, House Varun will triumph over all that stands in its way. I grant you the title of Vindicator. All will know you. All will trust you. Above us, in the Grand Ship Morning, jewel of the Varun fleet, the High Council awaits your arrival. Serve them. Serve the Great Serpent. All must serve.
I am glad we have a moment. I am having trouble maintaining my composure. Finding myself in Dasra has been overwhelming. No. I was not. After everything that we have been through recently, I worried I might never see this place again. For that I am grateful. If only this were just about me. The Great Serpent has always demanded much of us, as individuals, and as the whole of House Varun. But to see what has transpired here, it is hard to believe this is part of any plan. Truly, it is a disaster. I suppose that is true. Regardless, now that we are here, surely you must agree that we should do everything we can to help House Varun. In this case, I am very personally glad to hear that. It is an incredible commitment you have made to become one of the promised. Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined such a thing. I am not sure, but what might have been does not matter. You are one of us now. I suppose that is true. All the same, I am glad to count you among us. I know we have much to do, but I did not want to leave it unsaid. Thank you.
Okay, I don't remember her saying those things before. But I don't know. I don't remember talking a lot the very first time I did Shattered Space. I kind of remember it was the audio broken and she really didn't talk a lot when I was doing all the stuff. And I think I had Sam the next couple of times. So I don't really think I remember. Wait, I thought I did. Didn't I turn it off and it's... I gotta look again because I swear I just turned the damn looting off. Yeah, looting was off. Obviously, it was doing in the middle of doing it before I did it.
How may I assist you? Welcome, Vindicator. You stand before what remains of the High Council, advisors to Nasko Varun. We are all that is left after the disaster that has befallen our people. I represent House Dulkev. Jamal is from House Kadik, and we are joined by Lovek of House Vital. We are, all of us, hopeful that your arrival in Dazra and your clear connection to Nasko Varun, for the first time in weeks, represent some semblance of hope. I understand. Until you were one of us, we could not trust you.
By all means, Malabor. I can't wait to see how you spend this.
Please, can we just for a moment...
Can we just for a moment what? Discuss whether or not to allow the first convert to House Varun since before any of us were born? A bit late on that, it seems.
You were not there. You did not see Nasko. It felt different. We have already wasted so much time...
You're correct. I was not there. Because you elected to travel to the spaceport on your own, and then decided this on your own.
Do not waste time with more bickering. Anasco, and by extension House Varun, suffers with every passing moment.
Of course, Lovek. My apologies. Please, Malabor, do go on.
Anasco Varun, like his father before him, has relied on the teachings of Jinan to guide us. Anasco wondered if perhaps it was time to seek guidance directly from the Great Serpent, and so sought a means of reaching out.
Perhaps he found the teachings inadequate.
Careful, Kadik. You tread on dangerous ground.
I mean nothing by it. We simply were never consulted on the matter and do not know the full motive.
The point is that a series of experiments have taken place over the years, utilizing grav drive technology to hopefully make direct contact with the Great Serpent, similar to Jinan Varun's initial meeting.
And then something went wrong.
We do not know what happened. We were not inside the Scaled Citadel at the time.
Had we been, we wouldn't be standing here now. We'd be like the rest of them.
A great tide of energy emanated from the Scaled Citadel and swept across Dasra. Much was destroyed in its wake. Those caught in the blast have been left in a state of confusion, trapped halfway between our universe and the Vortex. The Citadel itself remains in such a state. Right there and yet beyond our reach. We can only assume that the experiment is still running, somehow preventing us from entering the Citadel. We cannot get in, so we cannot stop it. We're beginning to lose hope before you arrived. Your arrival and your interaction with Anasco shows that he can still be saved. The plan had been devised to access the Citadel, but the work stalled. Clearly, it is time to move forward with it. The current head of our science team, Ekris, should be in Jinan Plaza down below us, towards the Citadel. Tell him about your experience with Anasco, and that work on the morning device must proceed.
Do you know the scientists out at Hamadi Station?
The old married couple? Azad and Shireen, if I remember right. I've met them a few times. They seemed a little eccentric, but were otherwise quite nice.
That's them, yes. They're apparently looking for some help with their research. They made some kind of discovery that has them troubled.
Good luck finding help at a time like this.
Indeed. Yet the Serpent provides for the faithful, so who knows?
Nothing is truly impossible.
Alana, you were just complaining about there being nothing to do at home.
Vindicator.
This is unreal. The view of the Citadel from this plaza was never so clear. So many buildings used to be in the way.
Dasra. It was once so beautiful.
The Great Serpent spared us so that we may rebuild stronger. Better.
Do you truly have no shame, Amir? No shame at all. What you have done goes beyond disgraceful. It is morbid, disgusting. You should be hanging your head in shame.
Hey, Pedro.
But instead, here you
Yeah,
are.
just starting Shattered
acting
Space.
like a
Yeah.
common fool.
I did a poll on
down.
a couple of
Do not
Discords,
do
and
this here.
unanimously everybody said
How
do Shattered
shameful of
Space.
you to have these
Okay.
outbursts.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh my, what would poor mother and father think?
You will speak not of mother and father, you sloughing bastard. No shame. No shame at all. What a waste of good life that they worked tirelessly to give you.
I am trying to
Mother and father spat on the ground.
but I fear I may be losing my mind.
think the first time I went through here, I was with Andresia too, but I don't think I heard all of the dialogue from her, because I think I've already heard more dialogue than she usually did the first time. I was through here with Sam a couple times, and I kept trying to remember who else.
Well, look who it
Maybe
is.
once with
you
Barrett.
have made quite a stir, and given the state of things, that is a singular accomplishment. To what do I owe the honor, Vindicator? Did he now? How magnanimous. But approval is approval, and I will gladly take it. I will spare you much of the technical detail, as I confess that pieces of it I barely understand myself. One cannot help but notice the energy field around the Scaled Citadel. Until we can get through it, we cannot shut down the experiment inside, and it has proved quite impossible to get through.
Yeah, I
We
finished
had
it.
the beginnings of a plan to build a makeshift contraption to redirect grav drive energy to see if we could penetrate the
I
barrier,
finished
but
it within
the
about
project
a week and a half of when it came out originally.
got in the way.
And I got all the achievements and all that stuff.
Clear directions.
And I did.
Things have been
got
difficult.
all that stuff, but
everyone
I
of the
know I've
houses
missed
needs
stuff.
to contribute, and everyone realized they could potentially use it. For
Seems like the last
leverage.
couple of times I've gone through, I've kind of just
should have
mainlined the
been
main
a
quest and
cooperative
not
effort
really done
turned
all the side
contentious.
stuff.
Easy
We'll see what I do
decisions
this time. I'm not sure.
Negotiations. And so,
I do like a lot of the
construction never
stories.
began. We have sat here, staring at this disaster as supplies pile up for well over a week now. Serpent, help us. It is infuriating.
Okay, I finished it on PC. I don't think I've done it on Xbox. So, but I'm playing on PC right now, so.
Indeed. All must serve. I believe I've done enough complaining for now. Time to get to work. If you're here, the Council has likely sent word to the houses that it's time to stop the infighting. I doubt it will be enough. I need to oversee construction here, make sure things are built to specifications. If you could follow up with the houses, that may speed up the process.
You haven't finished it, huh? That's interesting. I don't know. You could have you may have finished like me. You can mainline the main thing and then not do some of the side quests and stuff. So, like I said, I know I have missed some of the side stuff, but I think I've done most of them. I think I've done most of them. So.
The first convert in generations. The only one to have heard from the speaker since the disaster. Oh, I think they will listen. House Vetol owes us access codes for the city power grid. It's the only way to guarantee enough power to activate the device. House Kadik was supposed to provide a young scientist named Sahima to help me. She had at least some experience with the original Citadel experiment. No idea why they refused to send her. And Hasmek, the new elder of House Dulkef, he has been distant, guarded. He claims to have vital information about an important component of the experiment, but has withheld it until now. Help me get what we need, and we will see what we can do for the Speaker, and for House Varun. And I may have something that can help you in whatever trials the Serpent puts before you as we navigate this. We have been really overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this. I know. I have lost friends and colleagues myself. We have encountered several interesting phenomena. First, while the phantoms shift to a fully human form when killed, they often retain small shards that appear to be an almost crystallized version of vortex energy. Second, we have learned that killing the Phantoms sometimes causes an even greater disturbance. Horrors, as they have been colloquially termed, can appear from somewhere. We are unsure of their origin, but it is not within our universe. These horrors and their spawn are infested with cysts, a seemingly organic manifestation of vortex energy. We have managed to collect enough to run experiments and have devised a method of combining them into an explosive mixture with varying properties. While they have no use in the development of the morning device, if you find yourself out in the field, I believe they could have more practical applications. The process is simple enough that any industrial workstation should suffice, if you have the materials. And depending on how you combine said materials, you may find the results to be somewhat variable. I hope you can use that to your advantage. Yes, depending on how much trouble you're getting into. We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had... See, that's why I was like wondering if I should do this before Unijump. I don't have any problems with my save file right now, so I was like trying to decide what to do. No, everybody, a lot, okay, I won't say everybody, a lot of people complain about the DLC. I don't have any problems with the DLC. It's just like, okay, I'm taking out the strange cult. And it really didn't bother me. And I liked a lot of the missions, and especially some of the side missions were really neat, and like some of the in-depth some of the side missions were neat, just in the story perspective wise. So I don't know, actually I liked some of that story better than some of the main other stories I've run across in the game. So I don't know, I like it. I just don't do it every Unity jump. I probably do it like every other Unity jump. So
I know. We haven't.
Okay, I
Second,
already said
we
that.
have these horrors.
Yep.
We have managed to. Well, they.
All right. There's a goods exchange right there.
Great Serpent keep you.
You know what? I held off doing Unity jumps for the longest time. I mean, I literally would restart a new character instead of doing a Unity jump. So that's why my characters, I've really not hit the level 100, because I've always got like 75, 80, and then stopped and then remade a new character.
Do you have any rations to spare,
So I think that with the new stuff and with being able to take stuff through the Unity with the quantum entanglement device or whatever it's called, that I think that kind of stops me from, other than having to rebuild the ship, I think, oh, okay, that's a much better solution, and I don't mind doing Unity jumps. I used to hate, I always dreaded going, well, do I want to just start a new character? And that's what I would do. I must have done a couple dozen characters playing this game. So, and I'd get them all up to like level 75 or so and then stop. So I'm right about the level that I would stop and make a new character again. So, but this one I'm going to continue and see how I do. That's my plan anyway. Alright, let's talk to this shopkeeper guy.
I suppose your money is worth the same as everyone else's.
Yes, it is.
What do you want? I do not waste people's time. If you need my goods, you will buy them. If not, you will leave. I do not know what to make of your arrival here. You may have convinced the others, but I'm not entirely sure you are not a foe. However, your credits are worth as much as anyone else's. I will trade with you, but I have no interest in being your friend. Now, what do you want? Your credits are worth the same as everyone's, I suppose.
That's what he said like 4 times. Business. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine wanting to bring your stuff with you. That's what I was saying. It was one of my holdbacks. Is like, I don't mind having to rebuild a ship or whatever every once in a while, but yeah, not. It's like, especially now with all the updates you can do with all the weapons and all those things, I can bring my best armor and my best weapon through the Unity and start off exactly how I want, you know?
Greetings.
Alright, let's... I don't know which one's this way. Do Kadik first. Can't speak.
House Kadik seems to have remained large.
Go the right way? I was going the right way.
Risk our future and reputation as a house. But you are the chosen elder.
Ah, don't patronize me. The Great Serpent spared our house. We are favored here. And shouldn't you get back to the council? We can't afford to be absent at a time like this.
I guarantee I'm not missing much. But you're right. I'll be heading back soon enough. Good to see you.
So, Akris has sent our newest Vindicator to inquire about Sahima. Don't worry, Jimal's already told me all about you. I'm Razma, Elder of House Kadik and head of the Ministry of Conjunction. Well, it's also an honor to meet one as interesting as yourself. I wouldn't have suspected an outsider to be made promised. But who am I to argue with the Great Serpent's choice? I know the Council is looking to Sahima for answers, but the truth is, she's been taken, along with other members of the House. They're being held hostage by zealots, and now they're demanding negotiations.
This is a major overreach. I have never known the Zealots to be so bold.
The Zealots have yet to name specifics. At best, they'll demand an inordinate amount of credits or firearms. Worst case, a seat at the High Council, or even the reinstatement of their house. House Maleen. They know we can't risk Sahima for Dazra's sake. So, they won't hold back when it comes to demands. Aha. My thoughts exactly. Normally I'd have agents doing everything possible to find them. But we too suffered losses. We need to be here. Present. I couldn't risk more lives. It's the only reason I even agreed to these negotiations. But now that you're here, I can finally take action. And that is where the issue lies. I don't know where the Zealots are keeping Sahima, but I have a good idea who does. Their name is Merrick. Merrick is a Kadik, and they also work for me as an agent in the Ministry of Conjunction. This is where matters get complicated. As I said, Merrick works for me in the Ministry of Conjunction. They've been establishing an inside relationship with the Zealots for some time now, on my orders. Forcing them to give up the information could jeopardize all they've worked for. So don't expect them to be forthcoming. Get the information any way you see fit, as long as no physical harm comes to them.
Understood.
See, last time I was here with Andrasia, she didn't say anything. So this is cool.
See that you do. You'll find Merrick upstairs in the meditation room.
All must serve.
You're no member of House Kadik. What are you doing here? Oh, so you're the heretic turned vindicator who thinks they're one of us now. So tell me, what would a chosen one such as yourself want with someone like me? Perhaps you need to lay off the Koza, my friend. You're talking nonsense. Absolutely ridiculous. So much for confidentiality. I guess this means the High Council is still asking Auntie Razma where Sahima is. And if you're here making demands, she obviously has decided to make use of you rather than undergo sincere negotiations. I see what's going on here. On the contrary, I know how important it is to keep that information confidential. I've worked hard to obtain my position with the Zealots. And like I've told Razma 1,000 times, I have no reason to believe they're going to hurt my dear cousins, especially Sahima. So, as far as I'm concerned, that information stays with me.
Slime, always slime.
Oh, I don't think so. True, given the circumstances, a bit more caution may be needed here. I won't argue her importance. All right, I'll let you in on their location.
That was surprising.
But remember, you're the only one that knows. If word spreads, I'll know exactly who's to blame. The location you're looking for is Shadow Station Epsilon. It's an old Varun base that they've taken over for themselves. Razma will know it. Let her tell you the details, seeing as how I'm about to be reassigned. It better.
You must have gotten the location. Ah, yes, the old Varun military outpost. It's a remnant of the Serpent's crusade. If my intel is correct, you can find Shadow Station Epsilon in the Badlands, north of Dazra. I can send you the coordinates. Shadow Station Epsilon is one of many Zealot bases scattered throughout. As I mentioned before, I wasn't willing to risk agent lives in order to scout them all. The Shadow Stations were established during the Serpent's crusade. A series of secret military installations that few knew about, and even fewer may remember. The idea was to have isolated centers focused on different aspects of furthering the crusade. This way, if one fell, it wouldn't endanger the others. If anything happens to the hostages, they will lose a lot more than leverage.
We will do whatever is necessary to bring Sahima and the others back safely.
Now that we have a rescue mission underway, I'll speak to Merrick about setting up the negotiations. I expect them to be pliable after their last encounter with you. The current plan is to hold them at one of the geothermal power stations. Meet us there when Sahima and the others are safe.
My wife's texting me.
Good. Serpent willing. Your timing will line up. I'll stall the Zealots as long as I can, which shouldn't be an issue. That being said, I'd still appreciate it if you could act quickly. Now, Jamal wants an update before you leave. Just don't let her distract you for too long. Eric will be relieved to know we're moving forward with the negotiations.
Vindicator, a word before you go. Something I can do for you? Tell me, Vindicator, what do you know about the Zealots? An oversimplified observation, but correct nonetheless. The Zealots are widely frowned upon within our society. They're a remnant of the Serpent's crusade, days we'd like to forget. Has my dear sister given you any history on our house's relations with the Zealots? I'm surprised she even mentioned that much. Razma would have everyone believe she only wishes to keep an eye on the Zealots, so the Council can make informed decisions. The truth is, she's had this particular group of Zealots under her thumb for quite some time. This is only a problem now because she's lost control. That is the real reason why Razma hasn't informed the High Council, and I'm sworn to silence.
I would argue that what you describe would be considered treason. And rightly so.
Exactly. House Khadik already has a reputation for being sympathetic to the Zealots. But the truth is far worse. Razma wants the Zealots to back House Khadik, so the balance of power between the noble houses would shift to us. She's been employing them, paying them in supplies that aid their blind crusade. The Council knows nothing of her work with the Zealots, and I aim to keep it that way. All elders have their own ambitions. I'm certain that's all they see. What none of us expected was the disaster that is the Scaled Citadel. The aftermath is what allowed the Zealots to grab Sahima and the others, flipping the balance of power in their favor. Razma has lost control, and is putting House Khadik's reputation and power at risk. And that's what I wish to speak to you about. House Khadik shouldn't be associating with Zealots at all, except on an extermination level. But worse, we absolutely cannot be supplying them with ordnance of any kind. We need to cut ties with the Zealots altogether. How astute. I want you to put an end to any connections between House Khadik and the Zealots. And while my position won't allow me to be blunt, I'll still make it clear. Should the hostages not survive, Razma would blame the Zealots and cut all ties.
House Khadik would go to any lengths, it seems.
I'm doing what I must to preserve this house. All you need to get is Sahima's research, which she has with her. Think about it if you must. But if you care about your people, you'll come to the same conclusion as I have. And when you do, just know that we can't afford any loose ends. No witnesses. As far as everyone else is concerned, the hostages were dead when you arrived, and you exacted revenge in House Khadik's name. I trust you'll make the right decision. Until then, I'll see you at the negotiations.
Obedience is paramount.
It still seems surprising that Chunks was ever allowed to build here. The end result, however, is hardly a surprise.
All right, Pedro. You have a good night, buddy. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably play for another hour or so. But you have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by.
It is heartbreaking to see my people reduced to this.
Not what. We must be patient and trust in the great Serpent's will.
Why? Why would the great Serpent forsake us? All is lost. All is lost.
You can rest safely here. Have you come to scoff at the fools? Or are you here to join us, perhaps? Truly? Then, I welcome you. Just know that spending time with us might cause you to be looked upon unfavorably. All my life I've looked upward, yearning to explore distant worlds. Such thinking is frowned upon, so I kept these feelings in my heart and did not speak of them. When the calamity struck, things changed. Some of us openly questioned whether it was safe to remain here. The condemnation was swift and merciless. We were shunned and cursed. People would not look at us. Merchants would not serve us. We left the city behind, knowing we would never again be forgiven or accepted. Thank you. Sympathy from a stranger is a rare gift among the people of House Varun. Unfortunately, our collective closed-mindedness could lead to our downfall. If more of these unforeseen calamities should happen, we risk losing everything. If you need a place to stay, you may remain here as long as you like. Unlike those in this city, we do not make others feel unwelcome. Or was there something else? Several reasons. For one, it's large enough to accommodate us comfortably. It's also far enough from the city to afford us some solitude. And lastly, it is unclaimed. and so there is nobody to object to our presence. In truth, people from the city don't like to come here. To many, it's a symbol of the greed and corruption that plague the other factions of humanity. Is it possible that someday some of us could return? Perhaps. But that future is difficult to see. At least today. It could be a long time. Perhaps years or even decades before we are accepted in Dazra City again. It is just as likely that we will all die here. Forgotten by our brothers and sisters. Once something is accepted as tradition, it is difficult to change people's minds. The great Serpent guided Jinan Varun to this world. It is where we are meant to be. To desire to travel to other worlds is to be in defiance of the Serpent's will. Only a select few are sent forth as spies to protect us from the other factions. But in truth, I see a means of control. If people left, they might return with new ideas and challenging questions that threaten the fabric of society. Farewell.
It's not so bad here, really.
Excuse.
Me, I have work to do. Will I ever see my family again?
Vindicator?
I pray that the Great Serpent will deliver us from our hardships soon.
it started, it's hard to say. My first mission board job, I think it's to blame. Clearing an outpost, a space of scum. Seemed like an easy start, but man, I was wrong. One locker turned to two crates turned into more. I said I'd be done in a minute, then I checked one more door. I'm a loot goblin now, yeah, I can't deny. Every fallen foe, every drawer I pry. Credits in the corners, weapons on the ground. If it's not nailed down, it's coming with me now. I tell myself I'm done, but I don't listen. There's always one more room I'm missing. Call it survival, call it the grind, but the loot's got a hold on my mind. Bodies lie silent by the airlock wall. Crimson fleet armor, still warm when they fall. Weapons I'll never use, food I don't need, but that scanner keeps humming like it's talking to me. My pack weighs a ton, but I shrug and grin. Say I'll sort it later as I load it in. I'm a loot goblin now, yeah, I can't deny. Every fallen foe, every drawer I pry. Craters in the corners, weapons on the ground. If it's not nailed down, it's coming with me now. I tell myself I'm done, but I don't listen. There's always one more room I'm missing. Call it survival, call it the grind, but the loot's got a hold on my mind. Crew rolls their eyes as the ramp won't close. Hands on their heads, watching my cargo grow. Folded arms are waiting, engines complain. I drag one more crate in, like I don't see a thing. I call it good business, I call it staying alive. Out here you take what's left, or you don't survive. If I leave it on the floor, someone else will claim. So I carry all I can and let the stars decide the blame. I'm a loot goblin now, just part of the run. Started out clean, now I'm weighing a ton. Every dead end moon's got more than it lets on, and I know better by now than to leave it behind. Talk about changing like I got the time, but that lock keeps calling and I cross that line. Ramp won't close, engine sigh. I tell myself just one last time, hands are full, holds packed tight. Still I turn back like it calls my name. One more room, one more door, one more thing, one more score. One more room, one more door, one more score, one more score. One more room, one more door. Oh, one more score. Yeah, one more, just one more score. I've been hauling freight since I was young. From red dirt moons to Aquila's open skies. Same old ship, she's scarred and slow, but she gets me where I need to go. Coffee cold and the radio low. Stars roll by like a two-lane road. Ain't chasing fame, ain't buying lies, just earning days and watching skies. I'm just hauling my way through the night, trying to do a little good, do a little right. I found out living ain't about the pay, it's about the people you help along the way. And every mile I carried more than freight. Every friend I lost, every love I saved. The universe is wide, but my heart feels full. Every sunset burn, every cold night warm. All of it reminds me why I tried. Yeah, it's still worth the ride. Drop supplies on a broken world. Fixed a pump for a dockyard girl. She smiled like it meant something more than all the credits I'd hauled before. I could have left when the clock ran tight, but I stayed and helped them through the night. Lost a day, but I gained a name, and I slept real good just the same. I'm just holding my way through the stars with a steady hand and a tight heart. Learned real fast it ain't about the pay, it's about the good you do along the way. I've had friends come and go out here, some too fast, some too dear. Shared long nights and borrowed time, a couple jokes and cheap red wine. Said goodbye more than I thought I would. Not all endings feel that good, but I'm better for the ones I knew. Every mile still carries you. I've loved and lost along the way. Felt the nights that bled to gray, but I keep holding what I know is true. The small good things that see you through. A hand to hold, a smile to share, a quiet laugh in recycled air. The stars may stretch forever wide, but I carry love right here inside. Out here nobody's keeping score of what you took or what you stored, but the kindness you leave behind travels farther than space and time. And every mile I've carried more than freight. Every friend I lost, every love I saved. The universe is wide, but my heart feels full. Every sunset burn, every cold night warm. All of it reminds me why I tried. Yeah, it's still worth the ride. Yeah, so if you see my lights passing by, just another dot in the sky, know there's a man in an old cockpit seat, counting the days by the folks he's gonna meet. No headlines written, no statues raised, just quiet nights and honest days. If the tanks are low and the stars still shine, I'll keep pushing on till the end of the line. When the last run's done and the engines fade, and I log that jump I never made, I won't wonder if I played it safe. I'll know I chose the better way. So let the universe roll on by. I've had my share of open.
Just saying goodnight to my wife here. That's not what I meant to do. Damn it, I wasted my meal. No, I didn't. That sounded like a terror morph. There is that? It is a terror. Yeah, I love when they stick in the ceiling like that, Mowgli. That's so great.
Damage. All systems. Initiating
I believe the
shutdown.
threat is gone for now.
This is how I thought the team should have been.
Not the best you can do.
Who are you? Serpent's grace, I knew it! I knew she wouldn't just leave us here to rot. It's more than just me. There are others. The Zealots have been using them to force me to continue my research here. They think I have all the answers since the original experiment was a catastrophic failure.
The Zealots were wise in their tactics. Up until now.
So my theory is correct. Or I should say, the High Council now believes my theory, the better theory, is correct. I knew it! I told them their algorithms and insufficient testing were only giving the illusion of stability. But no one wants to listen to me. Not the girl who put people twice my age to shame when it came to assessments. Of course, this is what it would take for Razma to send someone after me. Negotiations? Oh, right. I'd almost forgotten. I overheard the Zealots mention negotiating with House Kadik, so the motivations are clear. Not only does the High Council deem me important, but Razma needs to remove me from the equation. I get it. But at least now everyone knows I was right. Yes, step 1 is freeing the others. The Zealots aren't aware of how I've been delving into their systems here. I told them I needed full access if they expect me to replicate the Nazco's experiment, and I didn't even bother with risk assessment. They think I'm applying my theories to their poor excuse for technology down here. Granted, I could probably make it work if I had to. Right. Getting there. The other hostages are being kept just beyond this room. I can disengage the locks to their cell and grant you access to an elevator in the room beyond that will take them to safety. You just have to clear out that area first, and the Zealots down there are... different. I pray your confidence is well justified. While you get the rescue underway, I'm going to set up
That's the first time I've ever think I've seen the prompt for file not
I'll
found.
meet you and the others outside.
As one of my traits. That's interesting.
Well, you have to. I just need enough time to set up a remote device so I can launch a virus that will render this place useless. Think of it as a failsafe to guarantee our safety. The Zealots would never risk this base or their ships. Good. I'll see you outside.
Serpent be mine. Has help finally arrived?
you here for them?
You aren't a zealot. Who are you? The Great Serpent is merciful. And Tahima? Did you find her yet? I wish it were that easy. The Zealots separated us. Our brethren are still out there. Please, I can ready my people here, but you'll have to deal with the Zealots and rescue the others so we may all escape safely. We'll be ready. Who are you?
Didn't I just tell you?
The Great Serpent will deliver us from this. I know it.
The spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
Great Serpent, save me. I don't wish to die here. The Great Serpent has heard me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, either we press on or we turn back. Your call.
Thank the Serpent. I thought I was done for. My prayers have been answered.
That's everyone accounted for. You did it! It's true what they say. The air really does smell fresher.
Serpent bless you. We owe you our lives. Thank you.
Correction, it's time for you to get back. I'm going to stay back a moment and make sure everyone here is okay to make it back safely. I'll catch up with you shortly. Just let me know where the negotiations are taking place. Don't worry. Razma came through for me. It's only fair I return the favor. I'll be there when it counts. Now go.
These members of your house have suffered. I can respect your decision. If Dosra is to recover, everywhere the Zealots have infiltrated must be cleansed.
Is your intent to be unreasonable the whole time? I thought this was a negotiation.
We're having a friendly chat, aren't we? It's not my fault you don't find my offers acceptable.
Nah, just the person I wanted to see. Please tell me you bring good news. Exactly what I wanted to hear.
Razma, who is this? You allow any commoner to just waltz in on official business. I'd expect better security from House Kadik.
This is hardly official business.
Yes. And now these so-called negotiations are over.
Over? You'd risk everything after the whispers of a stranger. I demand to know who this is. You think I care about Anasco Varun, son of a traitor? Only a complete fool would expect me to believe this.
It's true, Mihail. And if you don't leave now, peacefully, I'll make sure your ships and Shadow Station Epsilon are made dust.
You... How did you... You're bluffing.
Test me. You think a genius mind like mine wouldn't find a way to hack into every system in your base? This remote device will launch a virus that will detonate systems within Epsilon, and reach your ships as well.
You realize how this may affect future partnerships, Razma. You'd jeopardize our connections.
It jeopardizes nothing. It merely restores the natural order.
The natural order. I could take you all out here and now. You know every one of us is prepared to answer the Serpent's call.
Are you sure?
You launch that virus, and I guarantee blood will spill. What's there to reconsider? No, but it's the death they know is possible. Besides, you think I'd turn my back on the insults thrown here today?
You mean, do we think you'd throw away your life? And the lives of everyone at Shadow Station Epsilon over your pride, Mihail? No. I, for one, don't think you will. And you can't deny our partnerships have been beneficial for us both.
As much as our people may disagree, Jandar would see you sacrifice your life in direct service to the Great Serpent. Both would have you die, cleansing the accursed, and turning those who may listen to his shadow. You know this to be true, Mihail. A true promised lives only to serve. And your death today would serve nothing.
Blessed sister, you speak truth. I have been blinded by pride, but your words have guided me back to the path. All right. I won't deny my brethren the death they deserve. But I won't forget this either. Don't think this won't change anything, Razma.
Things have already changed, Mihail. From the moment you kidnapped House members. These negotiations are over. Now leave us. House Kadik is in your debt.
As am I. I owe you my life.
Tahima, you are a part of this house.
I know. I just wanted to say thank you. Personally. And here, it's the research and algorithm the High Council wants. I'm sure they'll appreciate it more coming from you. I'm going back to check on the others, but maybe come find me when you're done. Great. You can find me at the Great House whenever you get the chance.
We'll talk later, Sahima. As I was saying, House Kadik is in your debt. You've helped me maintain a very precarious balance. And one day it will. But until then, they're a necessary evil. One that we'll be keeping a much closer eye on. I'd appreciate it if you kept this a secret. Good. The others involved know better than to speak of this. As much as it disappoints me, I can't say I'm surprised. Jamal's never cared for our view with the Zealots. And she has no love for those taken. But this is what makes her an excellent mediary. You and the rest of our house. Now, I have much to do, and so do you. Ekris and the High Council will be expecting you.
Are you prepared to die? You can't hope to win.
Need something for your ship? Well, that is some ship you have there. It has been too long since I've tinkered with a ship from the settled systems. Well, I had a privileged upbringing that allowed me to hone my skills on all sorts of different ships. So, if you need anything for your ship, just let me know. Of course, of course!
This city, I can hardly understand what I'm seeing.
You do not understand. I saw a Nazco, took measure of his burdens.
What you are describing is a dream, nothing more.
Not a dream. A message from the great Serpent himself.
With all due respect to your craft, dear sister, now is not the time for incense and ash leaves. Or do you not see the depth of the crater before you?
On the contrary, brother. I see it for what it truly is. And if we ignore this vision, a Nazco will be lost to us forever.
Enough with the proselytizing. The Vindicator has returned. Ah, were you able to find Sahima? Perfect. I have no doubt Sahima's work is the key to stabilizing the morning device. If only the others had listened to her, we may not have lost so much of our great city. This leaves houses Dulkef and Vathol.
Politics can wait. Every moment we delay, a Nazco descends further into the void.
For the last time, faith will not remove the barrier. Science will.
It is the hubris of science that failed you in this moment. We reached out to the great Serpent. This is his reply.
You claim he has forsaken us?
I do no such thing. The great Serpent's reply is not an answer, but a question. Are we worthy of his grace? Until that is proven, your works will not succeed. It is fine to question. The truth will be revealed in time. But the proof is not in our words. It is in the vision. A Nazco's presence still persists in this world, and he seeks our aid.
Fine. I feel like I've lived this argument 1,000 times, and the only way to move past it is to concede to its nonsense. Vindicator, speak to my sister. Agree to her fool's errand, so that we may continue the work of saving this city.
Do you hear it? The great Serpent speaks.
There must be something in all of that you can afford to let go of.
I have seen visions of Anasco, searching for one bold enough to enter the heart of the vortex. And now that you are here, I know your arrival was no accident, but rather providence. Worry not. Understanding is not given to those who lack the Herald's eye. But rest assured, all will be revealed when you journey north. At the edge of the crater, you will find a cave carved by the anomaly. There, you will make contact with a Nasco Varun.
It would be unwise to ignore the Herald's counsel.
It is as the Great Serpent foretold. In my visions, I witnessed two futures. In the first, you breached the Scaled Citadel, but found Anasco had sunk too far into the void. And in time, all of Dazra was consumed along with him. Indeed. But there is another path. In the second future, I saw you make contact with Anasco, entering a cave through a formless wall. At its terminus was a gate, a path into the realm where our speaker resides. You stepped into this void, and in that moment, something changed. The false future rewritten.
Roughly speaking, it could be that entering the vortex directly would allow you to speak with him. And while my readings do not show any anomalous activity, I admit there's a lot of interference. Still, that only emphasizes the potential danger involved here. I cannot approve of such an excursion on the minute chance Anasco is present. I am no heretic, but to risk so much on a vision, it is a leap of faith I cannot condone. I will not stand in your way, however, as Inaza has stood in ours.
You may not realize it now, dear brother, but our goals are one and the same. Then you must embark to the northern edge of the crater. You will find an entrance there, one that has no form. Step through it, find Anasco, and complete the vision. Only then will his voice be heard.
To what do I owe this pleasure? I will be thinking about you.
Serpent, grant me strength. Thank you. I've been staring at them for way too long now.
I understand. I went through the same thing myself just a few hours ago. Just get some rest. Can't afford mistakes.
Our sins must have been considerable.
I speak into this void, and it answers with silence. Have you abandoned me, Great Serpent? Do you not hear my pleas? You understand me? Hear my voice? But I do not know you, even if you are promised. I hesitate to ask, but what manner of being are you? Do you truly serve his will? Yes, he works through you and built the path to guide you to me. I have reached out so many times to hear nothing but echoes. Yet you, an outsider, hear me plain. And for the first time, I hear you. Clearly your arrival here is fated. By stepping into this void, we are now linked. There is still reason to hope. The Great Serpent will see us through. But time is short. The bridge collapses. The gate is still open. The experiment still runs. Find me in the Scaled Citadel. I will wait for you there.
Where the hell does Millywell come from?
The Great Serpent sends you to me once again. You return. What news do you have of Anasco? Then my vision did not betray me.
Well, it would seem I owe you an apology, sister.
There is no need, brother. Your skepticism only strengthens us.
As you say. But, to the matter at hand, did Anasco mention anything that could aid us in his extraction? Yes, the pinnacle of the Citadel was modified to house the equipment to create a gate to the Vortex. If it still runs, that would explain everything we have experienced since the initial incident.
It is much more than that. Normally when I pray for Anasco's return, I sense he is lost, fading. But when I last prayed to the Great Serpent, I felt Anasco's presence clear and distinct. Even as it receded, I felt him anchored to this world. Yes, there are some who suggest that when Jinan communed with the Great Serpent, a similar bond had been established. I believe the same is true for you and Anasco.
I would need time to attempt a scientific explanation for why or how this happened, but for now, let us assume my sister is correct.
And that is the essence of faith. I do not know what lies ahead. My visions do not go beyond this point. But I do know this link would play a role. In fact, I am certain of it.
Agreed. And with this settled, we can now continue the work of aligning the noble houses. Together, we will find a way to complete the mourning device. Serpent's speed be with you, Vindicator.
gods overheard my neighbor forsaking the great Serpent. What a fool. I have not seen him in days.
Alright, I think I'm gonna call it for tonight. I want to thank you guys for stopping by and watching me play. Much appreciated. Alright, take care. Leave you with an outro.